I trust you have taken care of everything, and I can send my man out to get Cassidy.
Can't be. Surely the name is...
Fantastic! Oh, I wish I was there to see it. You know, in a more figurative sense. With that matter settled, I'll notify a team to conduct a rescue effort to bring Cassidy home. I'm truly grateful, my friend.
You're unbelievable. You just couldn't let it go, could you? The only solution you have is to just kill and kill, kill. I can't believe I came up here to try and talk this through. To try to make you see some reason. I seem to have forgotten how efficient you are after all these years of not knowing if she was still alive. I had a tiny spark of a hope that I could see her again. Now she's gone. For good. And there is no one else to blame but you. Both of you. For a moment, I really thought you were one of the good ones. But now, you're no different. Just taking orders from my mad father and killing innocent people. You're both just heartless murderers.
Audrey, hang on. You still don't understand. Alex kidnapped your mother. Ah, no talking sense into that one. She always just runs away. No, she's not. Every word of it is true. If only she could see why none of that is a problem. It's just the way of the world. I must get word to the rescue team. Bis später.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
Impeccable timing. I was just thinking of you. You've gone through great lengths to clear a path ahead for us. The stage has been set for final preparations. We can get to that in a moment. Do you want to hear something fascinating? Did you know that lightning can reach temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun? Energy beyond that of a star, and yet we can survive being struck by it. The Lost. Myself. My Cassidy. We live with it inside us, dancing, colliding, beautifully and violently. Invisible forces taking form right here, inside. In a fervent embrace. Chaos contained.
Vault 63 has
Please,
lasted this long.
allow me to continue.
No reason to think it won't.
When I first heard my Cassie's voice, it was magnetic, ensnaring me from across the room. Every footstep perfectly placed, as if I'd done it 1,000 times before. It was a force. A path so clear, so natural, a gravitational pull. Two entities brought together, and a magnificent explosion as a result. Only possible with our meeting. The world shifted at our very presence from that point on. We did the impossible together. You think I'm speaking of the past? No. When the feral mind began to take her, I feared losing her forever. That spark between us lost its charge. She slipped further and further away. I made a choice. To follow the only path that had provided us any hope. I reignited that spark. I brought her to the device. I pushed it to its limit. I allowed it to impart on us that power greater than the burning surface of the sun.
Lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
An accident implies a lack of intent. No, it was a choice. The creation of the Lost was no mistake. Its failure to reach completion is, however, a half-step that left them deserted in a reality all their own. But we need to bring them back. All of them, not just my Cassie. We need to bridge the divide. That is what I'm trying to fix here. That is where I need your help. That is all I ask. We are so close to a solution now. I've provided Hilda and Audrey with all they need to complete our work. If you speak with them downstairs, they will be able to provide next steps. She knows there's more at stake than her childish passions. She may hate me to my very core, you may as well, but that doesn't change what needs to be done. Thank you. They are already caught up and will provide you with the information you need. Now, is there anything else? I'd prefer if we could begin soon. Yes. Hilda and I had been chasing a potential lead for some months now. We reached a blockade, though. One that was obliterated by your arrival. She and Audrey can provide the specifics, but in short, I believe I am the key. Or at least the results of my mutation are... As I remind you, I'm no scientist. But there is hope. I have seen it.
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse?
You say that now. But when we succeed, when we fix all of this, well, I imagine she'll come around.
Gathering around here.
We couldn't have come this far without you. I hope you know that.
Oh, I got struck by an idea. Gotta write it down. Where is my notepad? Oh, there is still a blank space on the wall. That'll do. You think I'm happy doing this, James? Of course not. But what choice do we have? This isn't just about us. It's about everyone here in the vault. Everyone we've lost.
He's not just a liar. He's a killer, Audrey.
Can we get started already? The tissue samples aren't gonna remain stable forever.
Oh great, it's my father's latest hired gun. What are you doing here? Are you cruel or just plain dumb? Let's just get this over with. What do you want?
We're going to be overseeing a final experiment that could alter the future of this vault.
All of our work is coming to fruition. My research on understanding the lost, Audrey's on the weather machine, but the last piece is Uncle Hugo. Like, literally, we're examining a piece of him. Gross, I know. But once we have the right data, we can run the machine again to reverse the effects of the lost. We think.
The risk is high, but the reward is too great to ignore. And we may have a missing piece now, for an extra edge.
My father is the only one afflicted by the machine that has managed to retain his senses. At first, we speculated that it could be related to a sight impairment, but we are certain now there's more to it. He seems to have mutated differently from the other Lost.
The experiments I've been running all but confirmed it.
We think the reason is because he was the one to push the big button, so to speak. He made direct contact with the device. The electricity spread out from him, almost like a conduit.
Absurd as it sounds, we have solid evidence.
We've been comparing tissue samples from Uncle Hugo with ones from Papa and the others. The behavior from Uncle Hugo's sample is far more complex and responsive to stimuli. It's almost as if he's a completed specimen and the rest are just imitating him.
We've been repairing and adjusting the machine to potentially complete the Lost's transformation, using that monster upstairs as a template.
I No. Which is why we run tests first. We aren't simply going to fire up the machine again and hope he's right. We need to be sure first.
That's where you come in. We need you to head surface side and run the experiment for us. We've set up a number of devices that can simulate the effects of,
It'll simulate what the impact of different device configurations will have on lost cells. In other words, we can test what would happen if we followed my uncle's plan on a smaller scale.
We're going to be reading the results as they're relayed back here. We'll be in communication via radio tuners on the devices as well. If this proves worthless, my father's going to have to... Well, we'll deal with that when we know for sure. I'll mark the first device for you. We'll make contact once we see it up and running.
Anyone else kind of excited about this? Just me then?
Please don't touch anything in here. We've already had enough damage.
Busy.
waste our time on this. We just need to see the effects of the new configuration.
We need a control group, James. This is too important for cutting corners.
Further agitated, volatile. They're much less stable than Uncle Hugo's now.
Great. Now we know the thing that was bound to fail will fail. On to the next device. Over and out.
Face me, coward!
Device 2 starting up now. We will be using the new configuration. Our hypothesis is that the samples from the Lost will begin to behave closer to Uncle Hugo's. Come on, science. You can do it!
me see, Hugo's. Dear Lord. It's not just that. They're mirroring it, following it. Almost like puppets on strings.
How is this even possible? Did Uncle Hugo know this would happen?
That bastard. He isn't planning to fix them. He's planning to bring them under his control. Sleazy, full-tech scum. I knew it! I'm bringing him into custody. Now!
Oberlin, wait! James! Damn it, he's gone. You're still there, right? There's one more device. Please head there. We have to be sure this isn't some kind of fluke.
test now. Audrey, I don't like this. This has gotta be a mistake, right?
Let's just finish the test.
Results coming in now. Please, please be different. No, it's the same. They're all moving with him. How? Why?
God damn him.
Audrey, we've got a problem. The bastard is gone.
What?
And you, get back here ASAP. Over and out.
Don't you go start any trouble right now. Keep it simple.
I'll have to keep an eye on Audrey. I think good, you're here. The situation has developed and we're short on time. Here's the sit-rep. We've discovered that Hugo didn't leave alone. He's taken Cassidy with him. That can only mean one thing. He's going to activate the weather machine already. Bastard. This experiment was just to distract us. He already had all the pieces he needed. The weather machine was already set to the parameters we just tested. This was a final trial run before the real deal. We can discuss our terrible choices later. We have to act now. There's only one place. He's likely to reach the meteorology sector any minute now. Up at the Hawksbill weather station. Audrey already left to try and stop him, but even with Cassidy, he's gotten too much of a head start. No, wait. We need to discuss what you'll do when you get there. I'll be brief. I need him alive.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs.
Good.
You know.
We need him breathing if we want to learn more about this affliction. It'd be years of research lost. You're deranged if you think anything like that matters now. Survival here in Shenandoah is all we have left. There's no more time for this. Expect resistance, but remember, bring him in alive. Dismissed. You've been a greater asset than I could have asked for. I'm in your debt.
Finally, I thought you'd never make it. He's locked me out, but I bought some time by disrupting the startup sequence. It's only a matter of minutes before he gets it up and running again, though. I can't believe it's come to this. I hate him. So fucking much! I know. Upstairs. But he should know. He needs to die. My God. Did I really just say that? This is really the only choice he's given me, isn't it? Oh, it's true. Please. He has to die. He can't do this again. You don't understand. Oberlin thinks we can still fix all of this. But we can't. We're out of options. The experiment proves that. If he's left alive, he might break free. He might try this again. He's not just a monster, he's a manipulator. He has to die. It's the only way. Please, we need to end this. That's not my father in there. That's a lunatic, a killer. Both of my parents died during the accident. No, when he made his choice, he's going to do it again. And this time, he's taking all of us with him. But enough, we don't have time for this. Believe me, I know I'm starting to sound like I'm losing it too, but this is the only way. I'll begin unlocking the doors to the top floor. Just make your way there. The area is crawling with Lost. Probably his doing. Be careful. I'll be in touch over the loudspeakers. Please, go.
Okay, that'll get you in. Just focus on the Lost while I work on the next grid. it. You're almost there. One more to go. Overly. God, you almost gave me a heart attack.
What's the status? We're not vomiting up electricity, so that's a promising sign. Wait, we still haven't gotten to him yet? Pick up the pace. We gotta hurry. What do you mean, kill him? Are you crazy? No, we need him alive.
James, it's too risky to keep him alive. He has to die. He has to. It's open! Get in there!
My friend! Schön, dich wiederzusehen. I apologize for pulling the wool over your eyes earlier. I needed a suitable distraction to hold their interest. But I should warn you, any attempt to dissuade me will be made in vain. I recommend turning back while you can. Ha! I hadn't taken you for someone frightened by something like grave danger. Do you not see? My darling standing right here beside me. She walked here with me, followed my every step. Do you not understand what this means? I know the others wouldn't, but surely you do. You're a child. You understand nothing. Months ago, before we ever crossed paths, I stood here with Cassidy, just as we had a decade ago. I ran this machine again, hoping, begging for a solution, and at worst, a release from this solitary life. The results were unexpected, more severe than my first attempt. The storm, you see? The shattering of the land around here? A result of that brave step. This would imply it was a failure. It wasn't. I made great progress in my second attempt. I was able to calm my Cassidy. Suddenly, she responded to my will. She followed my footsteps. She looked me in the eyes again. In that moment of bliss, we fled away back to the atrium. Hand in hand, like school children, we ran while this devilish machine spun on, sowing destruction. I learned something important about the power I hold. I am the gravitational force they need. I am a vessel for this storm. I can move them, save them. For now, perhaps. But that's why we must finish this. For months, I've pushed Hilda and Audrey toward the solution. I knew it was in me, the signal to shepherd them. I just needed them to isolate it, decode it, replicate it. To teach our machine to dance to my song, to forge a true bridge between me and our lost children. But truly, the last missing piece was you, mein Freund. Without your drive, we'd have been stuck. So, before we end this for good, I do want to thank you again for being a catalyst for change. Now, let's finish this, shall we? I have business to attend to. You know nothing. I can see that now. Free will? Violence is the only will your ilk understands. En garde. save its I didn't see that. I'd say you regret this, but you don't enough to do so. You traitorous bastard! Not finished yet. You've just made the worst decision of your life. You traitorous bastard! You traitorous bastard! You traitorous bastard! You traitorous bastard! Need some assistance over here! Not finished yet. I'm more than your common lost, my friend. You're outmatched, I'm afraid. I'm fighting for love, for family. Do you not see that? You're outmatched, I'm afraid. I expected much more from you. underestimated your strength, it would seem. I suppose this is an unfortunate turn of events for me, isn't it? Not my last words. No. Please, there's more to be said. There's another way. You don't have to end this. You can still help me, if only you'd see things my way for a moment. If only you'd see the sparkle in her eyes. There's hope. She is in there. They all are. I can be the bridge. I just need your help this one final time. That pull between us. Every footstep perfectly placed once more. So please, help me. Just walk away. Get clear of this place and allow me to finish my work. I will make it worth your while if you just let me bring them all home again. They will be safe, with family again. This won't just transform them into the violent, chaotic lost you have seen. We will move together again. They'll be in my orbit at peace. Please, help me. Mein Freund. Cassidy. I'm sorry, love. I try. End it then.
Don't even think about it! We need Hugo alive! You hear me? You fool. Stay there. We may be able to extract more from him while he's still... Wait, Audrey, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, James. This madness ends here. All of it. It's over now. It's finally over. Power the machine down. I'll see you at the atrium. I need to be alone for a moment. I don't really know what to say right now. I never thought it'd end like this. I don't know. What if I was wrong? I saw him in there, trying so hard to save Mom. To save them all. I've just got to keep going now, don't I? You're right. They do need me. But I need... well, the people I need are all gone now. What am I talking about? This is what I asked for. What we all needed. There was no other way. And our problems aren't over. The Lost are still out there. The storm is still raging. We're gonna ride this thing out, no matter how tough it gets. First thing I'm going to do is work toward opening up the vault as a shelter. We're to blame for what's happened in the region. The least we can do is offer safety to those that wander here. From there, well, one thing at a time.
You've done enough. I'm sorry. I should be more grateful. Truly, I wish I could be. But you're to blame for some of what transpired as well, whether you intended to or not. I think... No. No, I'm sorry. You're a victim of his manipulation too. Thank you for the offer. But we need to stand on our own for a while. If that changes, I'll let you know. I'm sorry for the part you were made to play in all this. But I'm glad it's over. Goodbye, outsider.